Exercise 8 in CAD 241 is sort of a challenge exercise. There are multiple ways to do this single exercise, and really it depends on how you do it, which will determine how difficult or how easy this assignment is going to be. I'm going to show you what I believe is the easiest way to complete this particular exercise for me. So first I'll just start by going to a new part, and I'm going to sketch this out on the right plane. So I'll go to right and click sketch. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin just by drawing my lines to form my triangle. So there is my triangle for this object. I want to set an equal constraint between this line and this line, and now I can add my dimensions. This dimension right here is going to be 60, and the overall height is going to be 51. So I'll put in the 51 right here, and that is my first sketch. Now, to make my life a little bit easier, what I'm going to do when I extrude this is, rather than extruding it in a single direction, I'm going to extrude both ways. That's going to keep my center plane intact so that I can use it for other operations that I need to do. The total thickness of this is going to be 50. Once I have that, I can go ahead and click the checkbox. Now I'm going to go right back to my right plane and do another new sketch. And in this case, I'm going to go ahead and, instead of using the use command, I'm just going to create a couple axes. I'll use the use command. It'll be just as easy. We'll use this line and this line. Draw a single horizontal line across here. Use delete segments to get rid of this segment and this segment. Then I can dimension from here to the top, which is 22. And what that does is that gives me the profile that I need. I can finish that sketch and extrude. Now again, I want to extrude both directions, a total of 20, and I want it to remove material. Hit the checkbox, and now I've got that particular cutout created. I can now then left click on this side, do a new sketch, go to the use command, select both of my lines again. Now I need to draw two lines, making sure that I don't accidentally put them on the midpoint. I want to dimension these. I don't want them to automatically be located for me. Use delete segment to remove the 4 segments outside of this box, and I now have my shaded region. I need a dimension from the bottom of the groove to the bottom plane, or the bottom axis, which is 20, and a distance between the two, which is 10. I can then say OK to that. Now I'll finish that sketch, extrude. It goes in 8, goes the other way and removes material. Now I'm going to do the next operation kind of quick, but when I hit the checkbox, it creates that groove, and the groove is already highlighted, so I can go right to mirror feature, grab my plane, and hit the checkbox, and it automatically throws the other one right over here. Because it was already selected, and I used extrude both directions, keeping this middle plane intact. The last thing I want to do is I want to create the hole. Now, there's a lot of ways that you can create this hole, but I'm going to go ahead and use the way that I feel is the best way to do this. First, I'm going to click the hole command. Then I'm going to click this plane as the location for my hole. And then I'm going to select my offset references. My offset references are going to be the bottom and the right edge. From the bottom, it's 0 because it rests right on the bottom. From this edge, it's 25. Has a diameter of 36. And it goes through all. I can now hit the checkbox and it'll go ahead and create that hole. And this is exercise 8.